What's up guys, Aronius here with another Raid Shadow Legends video. In today's video I'm just going to be going over the boosted summons and we do have 2 times chance to get a legendary, which only happens like once every month or 2, something like that. So right now we do have 10 times chance to get Astralon. So Astralon, if I do pull this one sacred shard that I have on my account and happen to get a legendary, hopefully I get Astralon, would be nice, but I wouldn't mind another legendary as well. I mean, Astralon's definitely a very good character. He does attack 2 times on his A1, 30% chance of placing a 60% decreased defense debuff for 2 turns. Countess Lix will team up and join the attack if they are on the same team. Countess Lix will use their default skill. Countess Lix will not team up on this attack if this skill is used with a counter-attacking or when teaming up to attack with another champion. Okay, and then on A2, attacks one enemy will ignore increased defense, strengthen, ally protection buffs, which is pretty cool. Revives a random ally with 40% HP and places a shield buff on them equal to 20% of their max HP for 2 turns if this attack kills an enemy. Reason why I would want this guy is because he would be an absolute nuke and a revive for my Sacred Order faction crypt, which I still haven't beaten yet, so that's one reason why I would like to get this guy. Also places a shield buff on this champion equal to 20% of their max HP for 2 turns if this attack kills an enemy. And then on his A3, he would also be great in faction crypts because of this stun mechanic. Removes all buffs from targets under Veil, Perfect Veil buffs, then places a 25% weaken debuff on enemies who have Veil or Perfect Veil buff remove, then attacks all enemies. Has a 75% chance of placing a stun debuff on all enemies for 1 turn, which books up to 100% chance and down to a 4-turn cooldown. And then fills his champion's turn meter by 3% every time an ally is hit. Decreases incoming damage by 25% if the attacker's attack is lower than this champion's. So that's a pretty cool kit. You know, we'll see if I can get him. Last time I pulled sacreds, I think I pulled 1 or 2 sacred shards in one of my last videos, and I didn't get anything. I just got a couple of decent epics. So here we go. We do have, I think, 12% chance of getting a legendary right now. I'm really hoping for a legendary. Can we get it? No, we don't get it. Alright, so I did get Fang Cleric. Let's see. I don't know if I've gotten this guy before. On his A1, attacks 1 enemy, 75% chance of transferring 1 random debuff from this champion to the target. Books up to 100% chance. That's kind of cool, I guess. Heals an ally by 20% of this champion's max HP. Also fills the target's turn meter by 30% if they are fully healed. Places a Veil buff on the target for 1 turn if they are not fully healed on a 2-turn cooldown. Revives a dead ally with 30% HP. Fills their turn meter by 30%. Is this Dark Elves? I don't need them. I already beat Faction Crypt, so probably not going to use this guy anytime soon. Revives a dead ally with 30% HP, then fills their turn meter by 30%. Also places an unkillable buff on the target for 1 turn, and a 15% continuous heal. Book down to 4-turn cooldown, and speed in all battles by 15%. Not someone I'm going to be using anytime soon, but I think it is a new champion for me, which is kind of cool. I don't see myself using him anytime soon. So he'll just sit in my vault until, you know, something else comes around. Maybe I'm just bored and I want to build him up. But you know what really irritates me the most is, as you guys all know and everybody's been talking about it, is definitely the daily logins. You know, in 4 days I would have gotten another sacred shard, but you know, of course they took away our sacred. That's honestly really irritating for me, because I'm already at 271 plus days playing this game, a little bit over a year. So for me, it's kind of irritating. I don't know about you guys. Leave in the comments down below if you feel really irritated by the fact that Plarium decided to pull away our Sacred Shard on 30-day logins and then decided to give us this champion Cleopterix because, oh, their excuse is, well, we are using different mechanics. And what is this silly mechanic that they have? I don't even remember. I don't even know what Cleopterix is from. Right here. Okay, Lizardmen. What's the mechanic? Hex? I really don't care. Most people, by the time they get this champion, I mean, if you're a new player to the game, sure, Well, even when you're a new player, it doesn't even matter because you have to play over 270 days to start collecting Cleopterix. So there's really no point because after 270 days, either A, you've probably pulled her from a Sacred Shard, or B, you probably have tons of different champions that are way better than her in Skinwalkers, and you've probably potentially beaten Faction Wars already. Personally, I haven't beaten Faction Wars, and I played over 270 days. Most people, I mean, honestly, when you beat this game, when you get to like 300 plus days, you can definitely beat Faction Wars within 270 days. I'm not saying it can't be done, but it requires specific gear and or specific champions. So me pulling this Cleopterix, great. It's going to be awesome in another 3 months from now. But is it going to be super game changing for my account? Maybe. I guess it depends on what sort of content Plarium decides to bring later in the future. So if they decide to bring this new Hydra boss, which they've been talking about for a while, which I don't know if they're going to bring it anytime soon, probably not this year, but if they bring this new Hydra boss in, then maybe the Hydra boss has to have mechanics involving Hex. I don't know. But, I mean, right now Hex is not really good anywhere in the game. I mean, who's honestly using Hex to strengthen their champions? Does anybody out there have a Hex champion that's a nuker that they're using consistently on their account that's game changing for their account? If so, leave a comment down below on who you're using, why you're using them, and what area of the game are you using that champion. So that's going to do it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. It was a short one. Obviously, I didn't get something great, but it was a new champion for me, which is nice. I hope you guys do end up pulling and getting something good for this Boosted Summons event. Maybe you got an Astralon or a Countess Lix. Who knows? But take care now.